engineer can see that that device is working because there's air out through your train. But if somebody messes with your train, which has happened, and say your train comes apart, or if just something happens and your train comes apart, you lose air immediately. So you know something's wrong.
It's all computerized. That's why they're running DPUs too. They're running so far back.
Yeah, plus we have a lot of DPUs, the distributed power locomotives on the back, and they help push our trains. So we don't have to have so much power on the head end because we use the forces from the back or in the middle to help push, pull. Do you have a question? Have a what? A slug unit? Yes, we do have slug units. We use them all over in our yard. A slug unit is, we have one unit that works, we call it the mother, and then we have one unit that actually does nothing, kind of, but it just sits there. But the only one that actually has a motor or actually does anything is the mother unit. So very good question. If you want to look to the side to your right, they are humping off the east hump now. Yeah, like he said, it is always hump day in North Platte. And if you work at the railroad, you can't ever keep track of your days. Somebody will say, oh, it's Friday. Really? Or it might be somebody's Friday. Everybody says, oh, it's my Friday. Well, it may actually be Wednesday in the real world, but it's your Friday because that's your 2 days off the next 2 days. We work 24/7. 365 days a year. We don't get Christmas off. We don't get off for any holiday. We don't get off because there's a blizzard. We still come to work. The only time we actually stop work that I really know of is tornado warnings. And then that's because we have to take shelter. Yeah, our storm shelters are usually, you get on your locomotive. That's the best place. But in our buildings, it does say, tornado shelter, and you can go in there. But if you're on, I'd still rather be in a locomotive. We had a tornado go through here. Oh gosh, I don't even know how many years ago it's been, but is that how long ago? Yeah, about 10 years ago, she says, but everybody was just running for the locomotives. It might move them some. Where were you earlier when I had some questions? It actually dropped off a lot of its cars because it went to the east hump, so it dropped off all its manifest. By the way, I'm glad you got a beautiful day here in North Platte to come visit. Hopefully tomorrow is beautiful too. know anything at all about a locomotive, this gentleman is a wealth of information up here. Wealth of information.
Which one?
Awesome. This one.
Okay, I want to make sure you stay off my train. My bus is okay.
No, I wasn't on my bus.
This is my only tour. You have nothing to worry about.
I want him on all my tours. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So, why was North Platte chosen to build such a huge yard?
What was his name? General what?
Grenville Dodge.
What?
General Grenville Dodge.
General Dodge was out here doing some looking for UP, and evidently he decided this was the place to be.
Well, he was scouting for the Transcontinental Railroad,
Yeah,
and
that's what I
they
said.
needed a
Short term.
place in the middle.
Huh. They just kept going.
That's what I said. I said the short one. Okay, he was out doing some scouting for the Intercontinental Railroad. There's 2 water sources. This is the place to be. Oh wow, see? It's this. It is halfway between Denver and Omaha, because I make those drives. It's not very fun.
Yeah.
And it actually is the perfect place for us. We get traffic from, it's like the perfect meeting point. So when our traffic comes from the west, we're the perfect point to split it apart to head to the eastern places. we can go south. They come to they come here, and then they turn and go to Marysville and go south down there. Or we can keep going east. We go to Omaha, wherever we go east. So it is the perfect place to split those trains coming from the west. And
So
go
one
that
coming in,
direction.
3 going out?
Yeah. Well, actually, it's like 3 or 4 trains coming in, split all their traffic, and then heading
Well, I
that
just
way.
meant one main rail coming in and 3 rails kind of going out.
We have 2 mains coming in,
Right.
and then 3 mains going out.
Okay.
You had a question?
Do the bowl tracks, like, are they a preset destination, or they switch every day sometimes?
No, they're preset. They stay the same unless somebody decides to mess with them and change them all out. But other than that, yes, they stay the same.
When was the yard built?
When was the yard built, sir?
Early 1900s, and then it expanded. Bridge side expanded.
Early 1900s, and then it expanded. The east side expanded first, and then the west side. I'm gonna keep him.
20 or 40 foot units, whatever, 20 foot units?
Are you really?
So it's 40 feet between the main pillars.
Right.
The short ones are 20.
Do they run the 40s anymore?
Yeah.
They're out there? We just don't see them a lot?
Yeah. But they're more common in like international shipping.
Right.